Greetings and good morning, everybody. Boy, do we have a show for you today. It is a terrific Tuesday. It's even a watch party Tuesday. That's right, if you're a member of my channel at the gold tier or higher, or if you're a member of Comics Division's channel on the Sucker with a Lot of Dough level, you are invited to tonight's watch party. We're watching Super Troopers 2. It's always a lot of fun. You get to watch fake Canadian cops, one of the best bits in there. Speaking of the best bits of my show is you. Thank you for being here nice and early. We've got William Schweikart in the house. Great to see you, my friend. We've got Snortopoopas Q Burr out there hanging out with us as well, the famous Polar Bar. We got Jill Powers out there making sure the wrench is held down, and she's on both platforms, so watch out. We've got Josiah Robinson. Good to see you, my friend. Battle Bunny is joining us. Hello. And of course, we've got Crazy White Boy over there on the green machine. The beautiful Deeple is over there on the green machine, as well as Ms. Pick Cafe. We've got a few other folks over there as well. I see Tobach. Where is Weatherman? Has anybody been able to check on him? I'm very curious. We got a hello from the lovely Ruby Who for $2 in Culture Cash, along with a Culture Casino membership. Thank you very much, Ruby Who. You are amazing. We've got a few others of you rolling through the door. For example, the lovely Juliet is here saying nice things to me, as she always does, and I appreciate it so very much. You guys really make my day. Love to see you each and every day. We've got our good friend hanging with Erica and Raph from the other side of the pond in Germany specifically. Great to see you. Aski, good to see you. And a few other folks. Loving it. We got a full day too. You guys know we go from one show to another almost all day long. That's right. Next up is going to be Morning Magic over there on That Park Place Live. After that's WDW Pro Live. I mean, my goodness. You know, outside of the HCast being on hiatus, it's almost a perfect day. And again, you can check out all the other great things that happen on Tuesday. There are plenty, including a live show from Marvin the Movie Monster. So there's that. Randall Lorser's out there, one of our favorite Canadians. And we got the most talented man on the internet, Andy Masterson, saying hi to SFX of 314 Sabertooth Raptor, amongst many, many others. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good day. Caradwin's excited. Here we go. Indeed. The amazing Tom F., who I may be seeing in Florida here pretty soon. Very excited about that. Chef is here. Chef Nation is here. Good morning. That's right. And once again, thank you to Ruby Who for the Culture Casino membership. Yato-kun received a gift membership. Welcome. Let's see who else is out there. Jed, one of the main forces in the Discord. Good to see you this morning, Jed. 11 Alpha, good morning to you. We got an amazing gifty for 5 CultureCasino cash from Lightning Sketch Productions. Unrelated, but does that Sony did into Spider-Verse really count as 2D animation? And it is truly the new TD. I missed the real TD, 2D anyway. But 6 minutes starts now, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Wherever you are and whenever you're watching, thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in, so let's jump on to the first story. With all 17, we got to fit into this little tiny bit of space. The White House has pulled the Wall Street Journal. The reporter, anyway, that's allowed in the room, no longer going to be in the room, at least not for the travel press pool. And that lie of an Epstein story with no confirmation or validation is still out there in the wind. And, Rupert Murdoch and his entire empire is under threat. Good chance it'll land. Speaking of things that landed, well, Stephen Colbert is being fired. It finally landed in his head. He's clapping back at Trump gloating about the Late Show cancellation. And you know what? He just said, go flip yourself, apparently. I don't know why they bleeped that out. But I do know this. Everybody that's his pal, they're all on the same team. Do you remember back in the day, as Christian Toto pointed out, that all these guys were at each other's throats all the time? Because it was competition back in the day. Now, they're all on the same team, all paid by the same people to mislead you in the exactly same direction. The propaganda is fierce, and it's, the only thing that they've got left, and it's failing. That's why they got to take a show that's losing $40 million a year off the air. Mind you, $100 million, 200 employees, and no chance to win tells you you've got some really bad messaging. Speaking of bad messaging, Letterman unfortunately threw his hat in the ring here, going after CBS specifically, not the president this time, saying you can't spell CBS without BS amongst an entire montage of times when he was mocking CBS. Of course, during that time, he was mocking them for like actual factors like staffing, money, his, fair compensation. That was the Letterman I remember, not the guy that's holding up the messaging because, well, it's terrible. Speaking of terrible things, we lost Malcolm Jamal Warner. He passed away from drowning. The Cosby Show, and the resident actor was 54. He's in many other films and also a producer behind the scenes. This is a very active gentleman. He's going to be a terrible loss. Even Bill Cosby came out of the woodwork to mourn his one-time actor friend. We've got Avatar Fire and Ash trailer is going to be all over the place, as I suspected it would be, and said as much when I talked about the Fire and Ash bologna sausage that you're going to be subjected to, which it's so photorealistic now it looks unreal. That screening will be before every Fantastic Four screening, so enjoy. You get doubly bored. Sweet. Speaking of sweet, well, Fantastic Four first reactions are, of course, the bestest ever. And, the premiere was actually last night. Many people that got to see the film last night. I'm going to tell you, they're probably going to sing the song that we've all been singing. Marvel sucks now. 6 out of 10. Speaking of 6 out of 10, Taylor Swift documentary series is coming to Channel 4. At least it's not on the BBC because it'll have a little less propaganda in it. I'm certainly not sure how much longer she's going to be popular because at some point, the milk is sour. Speaking of sour things, Netflix breaks into the top 3 distributors in Nielsen's June rankings, which kicks somebody down, several flights of stairs. And YouTube is still at 12.5% distributing overall, and most specifically on television, not just all the other places combined. U.S. stocks set much records. That's right. Yesterday, Verizon began a big week for profit reports. It's going to be, something very, very big coming up the next few days. For example, we've got a GM quarterly report that, fell off a planet this morning. That's right. When this dropped, I was like, oh no, there goes the stocks. Nope. They were fine. GM sticking by their yearly estimate, and they did lower it in May, but they're sticking by that lowered estimate to begin with. We've got Coca-Cola confirming that you will be drinking real soda. The sugar version of its trademark cola is coming to the U.S. this fall because, high fructose corn syrup is going to be revealed to be a demon of a health problem here in the United States. It's the one way to accelerate your diabetes, probably. At least that's what a lot of science points towards. So we're gonna go back to sugar, and I think we can't wait for that to happen. So expect that this fall. I am. U.S. stocks hanging around the records, even as GM is another show that there's things going on. They're talking about tariffs impacting them. Well, no, there haven't been any tariffs yet, but we're coming up on August 9th. So then you can start whining. And even those won't be shown up on anything that you purchase yet. This is all a lot of garbage, and it points to the Fed, but we'll get there in just a second. Russian lawmakers have passed a bill punishing online searches for information deemed to be extremist. This is communism, and this is something they were trying to do here in the United States, only they were going to, in the name of democracy. Well, no, in the name of theocracy, at least as far as the woke folks are concerned. Speaking of the Fed, Powell is, his independence being threatened. Good! They never should have been here in the first place. The Fed was the first step and a step towards globalism way back in the 1800s that we could ill afford. And finally, our last story is this amazing bear. He was caught and warned for excessive cuteness after roaming a Florida neighborhood. That's right. In that neighborhood, residents of that area just found him wandering around in their yards on Thursday, and the Lee County Sheriffs just collected him and said, don't be cute anymore. These are the photos provided by the sheriff's office, and you can see here, he's just rolling through somebody's backyard. Oh, and I didn't realize you guys couldn't see it anymore. But I'm very excited. The wildlife office is going to find a suitable place to release him. No charges were filed. He was just warned for excessive cuteness. And that's the end of today's 6 Minute Daily. Welcome to bonus time for a couple of minutes anyway, before we go over to um, well, that Park Place Live for a little bit of morning magic with Vash, Sky, and others. I want to say thank you for the gifty. That's right, the gifty from Hoove, who gifted another membership today. You are all incredible. Please answer what I asked as Lightning Sketch Productions. Well, let's get back to that. That super duper chat, my friends. Lightning Sketch Productions did ask that question. I answered some of it. I don't think I got to all of it, but let's get to all of it. All right. Lightning Sketch Productions 10 minutes ago says, unrelated, but does what Sony did for Into the Spider-Verse actually count as 2D animation? I don't look, to me, 2D animation, traditional 2D animation is all hand drawn. So what they did is feed into a computer uh, aided drawing, I guess. So I mean, in a traditional sense, no. In a presentation sense, yes, because it's a 2D representation of the characters and actions on the screen, two-dimensionally and not fully realized in three dimensions like what they do over at Pixar or Illumination or any of the studios that actually practice 3D animation. Of course, that all has to be computer drawn because I don't think humans can do what they do with that. So that if that answers that question for sure, and is it truly the new 2D? I don't think so. I mean, it's two dimensional in the sense that it's the medium and in the manner in which it's presented, but um, it's not. It's basically an offshoot of 3D animation because, well, you still kind of are wireframing every single one of those characters, to my understanding. It's just presented in 2D. That way, you don't end up with elongations and uh, you know, overlaps and things like that you would get if you drew that by hand. As I said, I mean, I like traditional 2D animation, hand drawn animation. I believe that once we got away from that, we ended up with the ability to aesthetically ruin um, individual presentation of characters because I mean the art is with the artist. If you've ever watched somebody hand draw um, cells or something like that, and kind of lay them over a static background that would be put on a multiplanar camera, I like you said, it's the manner in which it's done is entirely different. So the answer to the question is, I don't really think it's 2D animation. I think I kind of said that during the course of the original answer, but there you are, my friend. I like actual animation. I will say congratulations to Swift Minus One for getting the Gifty membership. If you are a gold tier member or higher, please join us this evening for the watch party. That's right. Tonight we're going to be watching Super Troopers 2, in case you weren't here at the beginning of the stream. And it'll be myself and Comics Division. So if you're gold tier or higher, on my side of the equation, I'll see you there. If you are a sucker with a lot of dough or higher, I know that's a weird tier name for him, but there's that. And I just want to say I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Those of you who send financial contributions, you are extraordinary, and I hope you got your answer. Lightning Sketch Productions. I like hand drawn animation. That will never be replaced in my mind, and that's just the way it is. All right, folks, we've got 15 minutes of show down. We've got an hour and then 3 more. We got 4 more hours of entertainment for you coming up next with That Park Place Live and the WDW Pro Show. So I hope to see you all there. To my friend Kalikio Ketty, is there an H-cast today? Not to my knowledge, Kalikio Ketty. But I will tell you, my friend, that it's on hiatus, and that's going to be determined by Nate. As soon as it's going to come back, I will tell you that it's got a brand new intro for season 6. So we're all set up. We're ready to go. Speaking of ready to go, I want to say be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others. And until next time, my friends, see ya for real.